boasting a 9-3 regular season mark, which included wins over Florida State and the University of Georgia. Former Georgia Southern head coach Paul Johnson walked away with ACC Coach of the Year and CBS Sports Line's National Coach of the Year honors, which he can put alongside his 12 various Coach of the Year awards while at Georgia Southern, and the 2004 Bobby Dodd National Coach of the Year award while at the Naval Academy. Johnson recently paid a visit to Statesboro and discussed a variety of topics.
We've still got a lot of great friends here, and had to come back for a little bit of business this morning, and so it's good to have a chance to see everybody.
All right, we'll talk a little bit about the whirlwind for you this year. I know there were a lot of people questioning if you could finish 3-9. You go 9-3, and you set the bar pretty high.
Well, we had a good year. Fortunately, we had we had a really young team, but a lot of them bought in fairly early, and I thought our guys played hard, and we got better as the year went along. So it's a good place to start.
It's to go 9-3 straight out of the gate. You saw the way Michigan struggled trying to implement a new offense. It's got to make you feel pretty good that your coaches and the players kind of bought into everything.
Well, it really does. I was really proud of our football players and assistant coaches and everybody involved because, as you said, they did buy in, and when you get that buy-in, it gives you a chance to be successful.
Now you got the spring practice that's beginning this week. What are you looking for out of spring? This is your second one around.
Well, we'll have more depth, I think, this spring than we had all last year, and I'm excited about that. And, just getting out and getting better. We'll get a lot more of our offense installed than we had last year, and, try to sound or get more sound on our two deep and know who that is, and, just get better as a football team.
How much of your offense is installed right now?
Well, we've got a lot installed, but there's little special ways that you want to do things and adjustments that you want to make that we just didn't have time to do, and we'll try to get a little more of the passing game installed this spring.
Has it made the transition easier that you've got a lot of guys that know you and know this offense with you?
Well, I think anytime you've got guys that are familiar with what you're doing, it certainly makes it easier, and we've got a lot of guys that have been around the offense for a while and been around me for a while, so they know what I expect from them.
Have the media in the Atlanta area come around yet, or are they still doubting?
Oh, no, I think the media's been okay. I mean, anytime you're in a big city like that, they're going to be the devil's advocate, or they're going to play the devil's advocate. So, I expected that. That didn't surprise me at all.
You got recruiting out of the way. I know there's still lots of questions marks, but do you feel like you went and addressed some of your needs? Well,
we feel like that we got some really good football players. We'll know in 3 years probably, but I think we recruited the state of Georgia well, and that's something that we wanted to do and want to continue to do. And we're excited about all the young men coming in.
Anything in particular, the needs that you have lost from graduation? I know defensively you lost a lot of key guys.
Well, we've got a really young football team. We'll have roughly 19 starters back from last year's team, and we did lose 3 senior defensive linemen, actually 4 counting Elris, who was a backup, who were good players, and we'll have to replace them. And then what you try to do is bring in some guys that maybe can beat out some of the guys who are playing and get that competition. So both lines of scrimmage are going to be important. We need to revamp our offensive line, and hopefully we're a long way toward addressing those issues.
Second year around, recruiting-wise, has it become easier? Have you been able to kind of follow some kids instead of just having to grab them quick?
Well, this was our first full year of having a chance to make relationships, so anytime you can do that, it's easier. So hopefully it'll continue to get easier as we go along.
Bumping into Coach Hatcher either on the recruiting trail or on the speaking circuit?
Well, I occasionally see Chris, and I actually bumped into him earlier today at lunch, and Chris is a good guy. He's full of energy, high-energy guy, and I'm sure he's excited about this coming season.
Any thoughts of playing Georgia Southern down in the future? I know you've said that the door's open.
Well, I'd love to if we could ever work it out. I think that it would be a good game, an in-state game, and, I know when I was here we always wanted to try to play the 2 in-state schools, and certainly we're open if we can find a way to make it work.
You look around, especially in this town, it seems like a lot of people who weren't Georgia fans have kind of drifted over to the Georgia Tech way. Do you see that a lot out there? Well,
I think that we're making some strides that way and picking up some fans, and that's great because, Georgia certainly has a lot of fans out there, and, they've earned that. They've had Coach Rick's done a great job and built a good program, and so hopefully we can challenge them and, get on equal footing with them here in the state.
Speaking of Georgia, you knocked them off last year. As I said, you went 9-3, go to the bowl games.
Right.
Setting the bar so high, does that concern you at all about the expectations?
Well,
of you guys?
not really. As anybody who knows me knows that I'm going to have high expectations anyway. So, we're going to try to continue to get better, and we'll let the wins take care of themselves.